this evening is an Oscar-winning movie star. He's in the new film Django Unchained in theaters December the 25th. Take a look at this. That's badass right there. That is scary.
That scared me. That's the first time I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually the first time I've seen the actual footage.
Really?
Yeah,
Quentin's not like, come over here,
Nah,
what do you think?
He played closer to Vivid. That was some serious stuff, man.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost as if you have some inner rage.
A little bit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was an incredible. First of all, man, thanks. My first time on your show. Man.
Yeah, yeah, I'm very happy. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I keep asking you to come do the show, and you're,
Well, I'm
like,
here now.
you're like, don't call me again. And I'm like, please.
No, man, no.
No, you have to.
No, I'm happy to be here, man. It's crazy.
I'm very happy that you're here. I'm very happy you're in this.
Yeah.
This movie's going to be huge.
Listen,
huge.
Quentin Tarantino does a Western set with the backdrop of slavery.
Yeah.
Where I play a slave who's freed by who you saw, Christoph Waltz, who actually won an Oscar for
Yeah, for being the Nazi in Glorious Bastards.
So
yeah.
he frees me. We both become bounty hunters, and then we're on our way to go find out where these guys are that took my wife. And actually,
this is crazy.
yeah. So I'm looking for my wife, but who has my wife? Leonardo DiCaprio.
I hate that punk so much right now.
You know what I'm saying? Does my wife really want to come back? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
But
Is he? So he's the bad guy?
Let me tell you something right now. First of all, when Leo walked in, everybody was assessing. Okay, here's a good-looking dude with the models. He's on OK and Touch magazine and all that other kind of stuff.
Oh, the magazines that I like to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. But he shows up and ready to go. Now, what was crazy was he plays a plantation owner, so therefore, of course, Quentin Tarantino, the N-word is used a lot in this movie.
I'm not sure that I can say anything that's going to not get me in trouble here. I wish I hadn't begun to talk.
So, but to see him have to deal with that at first, he was like, buddy, having to say this word, oh man, the N-word. And then Samuel Jackson, who's in the movie.
He said some words.
He pulls it to the side and says, hey.
What's the coming go?
This is just another Tuesday for us. And I expressed to Leo, I said, listen, man, at that time, that's what they used. They used that word to describe us. It wasn't a hot button word like it is now.
Right.
So that's our thing. So when he came in the next day, I spoke to him. What's up, Leo?
He didn't say it.
Leo, what's up? He didn't say anything.
All right.
And then he went to work as that true villain. And I don't like to talk the Oscar stuff like that, but I saw that dude turn in a performance that everybody who's ever been a fan of this dude, I call him Titanic. Anybody been a fan of Titanic? You know, because that's how black people, we call you by your movie name. Well, what's up, Titanic? What's poppin', man?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you did. Hey. You know what I want to ask you?
Yeah.
Do you ever go out and do the stand-up still? Do you ever
still do stand-up.
Do you really?
Yeah, I still, you know, and that's why, you know, like when I was talking to your guy before I got on the show, I know we're stand-up guys.
Right.
So we're all stand-up guys and we do comedy. But the thing is that I never want to stop doing stand-up because I feel like as a stand-up comedian, when you give up your comedic sword, I feel like I lose a little bit.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree.
I don't do stand-up in the clubs as much because they got the camera phones.
Yeah, you get in trouble and it's on the YouTube and yeah.
But I do some high-end. We did a high-end gig like in Vegas with a billionaire friend of mine where he took all of the.
You're friends with a billionaire?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Shut up.
Yeah, man. That's how I got these shoes, bro.
Yeah, look at that.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's billionaire shoes right there.
That's good. But that's, you know, I never give that up. Even when we was doing the movie, the Django, there was still that I would make jokes, you know, during the set, just to sort of keep my thing going. So doing
but also, you know, with stand-up, I always think if you're a stand-up and you really think like a stand-up, you know that if you don't have an act ready to go, then they own you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like they got you.
Yeah.
That's why I always go out and do stand-up so that CBS remember that it's possible for me to make a crap living away from them too. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the thing.
That's right.
And that was the thing, because even like I think about how I started out doing stand-up, like in L.A. I just remember those days, like Monday nights in L.A. at the Comedy Store. I learned the hard way how to do jokes, because at that time it was a lot of gang members going to the comedy clubs, and I'm from Texas. I didn't know what a Blood and a Crip was and nothing like that, but I saw dudes like getting stuff thrown at them and stuff. I said, what's going on? Before I went on stage, and they said, oh man, it's a lot of gang member Crips in here. So my first stand-up was me going on stage doing impersonations, but putting them if they were Crips. So
Oh, really?
Like, and I think at that time I was the only black dude doing a Ronald Reagan impersonation. Which
I think you might still be the only black dude that does it.
But I would go on like, well, as a matter of fact, but there you go again. So, I mean, I had all of these different, you know, the way
All right, yeah.
So, I never stopped doing it, but sometimes now it's so hard for us to do jokes.
Well, yeah, because people are all over you with the camera phones, and like they're so
sensitive
mad and angry.
Everything. I did a joke about, I did some joke on, I think it was BET or Soul Train Awards, and it was a joke about how President Obama was the savior or something like that. You know, it was a joke, and then the next thing you know, Fox News and all this other kind of stuff. And I said, man, I'm still a comic, so now I know I got to do my comedy, but then send out gift baskets for every joke that I tell.
Or only do your comedy for your billionaire friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to take a break.
All right, for sure. Texas?
You in Texas? Texas. That's the Longhorns, but no, that's the Longhorns.
No, that's Hawaii.
That's not it's Hawaii.
That's Hang Loose. This is Texas. Tejas for the white.
No, this is throwing an Aerosmith concert, isn't it?
I don't know about rock and roll, but I know about Texas.
Yeah, you have what part of Texas you from?
I'm from Terrell, Texas.
Where's that?
Right outside of Dallas, like 28 miles outside of Dallas. Good city, 12,000 people.
Yeah. That impressive? Oh, 12,000 people.
12,000 people.
Ooh, he's got a billionaire friend, for God's sake. No, that doesn't impress me. 12,000 people.
12,000 people.
Well, you are quite fancy, sir, I have to say. Hey, in the movie, did you ride a horse?
I ride a horse in the movie, and what was crazy, when I went to meet Quentin Tarantino about the movie, he says, I got to get you on a horse. Yeah, man, you know, I got to get you on a horse.
Yeah.
You cool with that?
Was he wearing a hoodie? He's
No.
always wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, he was always.
He was here last night wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, he's hip hop that. So he said, I got to get on a horse. I said, well, cool. I got my own horse. I had a horse that my manager got me 5 years ago. So I said, is it cool to try my own horse? And the next thing you know, my horse is actually in the movie.
That's the money right there. That's how you get the money. That's the way. Yes.
Get the checks.
That's like, well, if I'm riding a horse, it has to be my horse.
Exactly.
Yeah. I didn't know you had a horse.
Yeah, I had a horse. Yeah.
Man, you're living large.
I mean, horses seem like they don't cost that much. I get your horse.
That one costs a fortune right there. That horse has got 2 SAG cards.
Is that? I got it.
Anyway, listen, we're out of time. You want a piece of fruit or
What just happened?
It's kind of my thing, man. We can do an awkward pause if you want.
No, man. I'm just saying. You just kicked me out of here just all of a sudden.
No, it's all right.
No. I'm ready. I'm ready.
No. Let's shut down CBS. Let's not have any commercials.
That was crazy. How you just said get on out of here. That was crazy.
Well, what do you want me to do? Like, take you for dinner first? Let you down gently? Look, it's not you, it's me. I got this show to do.
All right, cool. I'm out.
All right. Well, do you want a piece?
Yeah, I want for you.
Well, all right. We got some fruit here.
What are you?
I got some other stuff here as well, if you want to.
Man, what are you doing, man?
I'm kind of like the creepy guy that comes around the neighborhood.
Yeah. So I take this.
Can I offer you a word of advice?
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
And I'll take a coconut.
You look like a lobster or something. Yeah.
Just some crazy Dre beats.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, hey, you know you can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the smoke is purple. All right, well, you good?
I'm good.
All right, Django Unchained, eh?
December 25th.
All right, Jamie Foxx, everybody. All right. Yeah, that's scary. Like, it's almost as if you have some inner rage.
A little bit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was an incredible. First of all, man, thanks. My first time on your show. Man.
Yes,
I mean,
I'm very happy. That's badass right there. That is scary.
That scared me. That's the first time I seen it.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually the first time I've seen the actual footage.
Really?
Yeah,
Quentin's not like, come over here. What do you think?
He played closer to Viv, but that was some serious stuff.
My first guest this evening is an Oscar-winning movie star. He's in the new film Django Unchained in theaters December the 25th. Take a look at this.